My landlord smiled while raising my rent by $1,500. But 3 weeks later, he was asking me for a favor. For 5 years, I rented the same apartment. I paid on time, never complained, even fixed small things myself because I didn't want to bother anyone. Then one day, my landlord knocked on my door. He handed me a new lease. My rent was going up by $1,500 a month. I asked why. He shrugged and said, "Because I know you can afford it." I told him I couldn't. He laughed and said, "Then maybe it's time you found somewhere else." So I started packing. But while apartment hunting, I found something interesting. The building had been listed for sale for months. The owner wanted to retire and was willing to negotiate. I'd spent years building a successful software company, and I had more than enough saved. 2 weeks later, the sale was finalized. I became the new owner. My former landlord wasn't actually the owner. He was just the property manager. On my first day, he walked into the office, looked at me, and went completely silent. He immediately started apologizing. He said he was just following market rates. I smiled and handed him an envelope. Inside was his termination notice. I looked at him and said, "Maybe it's time you found somewhere else." The tenants celebrated. I lowered everyone's rent back to a fair price and finally fixed all the problems he'd ignored for years. So, did he get exactly what he deserved, or did I go too far? Dembasiku